That last pick for Ninja's Pajamas, Gunner, quite a good Pugna player, but I think it's much harder for them to play this game than it is for VP.
And Virtus.pro, I feel like I really like their core matchups. But they're going to make the move.
Dive here, trying to quickly kill that Underlord, but intercepted by Solo with a great paralyzing cast. A Reaper's Sight to be able to stop that. Make sure the Pugna does indeed go down for the 4th time. Arrow coming out. Universe does manage to sidestep that. Virtus.pro moving forward with their Moonlight Shadow. Don't really have any additional catch, and if they're not careful, NiP may just turn around and try and kill no one, but TP in from the Faceless Void. No Chronosphere just yet, but it does have the time dilation to be able to slow down Viver, catch him. Meanwhile, the Pit grabbing the Ember Spirit momentarily here, but he's going to be able to jump into the cliff area and TP out just fine. It could be an advantage here in positioning for Ninjas of Pajamas as they smoked up with 3. They're going to take over this high ground area. No one is getting close to it. The smoke is going to break here, and they're going to start their initiation onto no one while simultaneously trying to slow down this Void. Void is ready to go with the Primal Roar. They actually do manage to blow up that Necrophos. Resolution's going to be up next. He tries to get off the TP away, but that's not going to happen. No Dark Rift for you. And now Virtus.pro going to have to use their Chronosphere defensively. A big win for Ninjas of Pajamas, killing 2 cores and forcing out the Chrono. So the and if they caught him away from his team, it would have been perfect. But now he's a little bit close to them. They're going to run into each other immediately. The Guardian Greaves taking off that stun, and an arrow beautifully placed is going to be able to lock down Skeeter. But he does have an Aegis, so they don't want to overcommit for this kill. They're just going to try and finish him off the old-fashioned way. Right-clicking him slowly but surely, but he does manage to jump himself away, resetting a little bit. Epileptic Kid still looking for his Chronosphere, though. Skeeter's going to reset with a TP and come back into this fight. Maybe around the shrine, which is where Virtus.pro is moving towards. Skeeter, you know what I'm saying, is they do manage to burst down that Witch Doctor almost immediately. Another arrow lands onto that Ember Spirit, but Virtus.pro, they're making their way out of here. It's now the team being able to finish up. Peter almost going down.
Got the roar on the Void. He might just go down.
He's going to fall here with the BKB activated. Barely managed to get it off. Turn around, walks off a little bit of damage. Looking for the Chronosphere still, but he doesn't feel good about it. Skeeter still has that Aegis. Skeeter's just playing on the front lines, forcing action out of Virtus.pro. A time walk away just barely gets Epileptic Kid out of that damage areas, but Skeeter does end up
got Chronosphere here.
Aegis. Now he's going to go for the Chronosphere. Oh, but he got to lift. Oh no! Viver with the perfect position. He bursts down the Faceless Void. No one. He's going to be in trouble. The Dark Rift coming up from Resolution. They do have the heals of Guardian Greaves. They should be able to get out together. To the fountain they go.
And the tip. I mean,
and he can keep doing that time and time again just to make sure he has vision inside of the pit.
And on NiP, they're setting up for it.
Snip it, and that's
again,
why.
Be together on the side of VP.
They're going to play. They're going to go for Resolution. Does manage to get the Telekinesis Primal Roar comboed up. No one trying to save him out with a Lotus Orb. But there's going to be your Chronosphere. Locking down the 3 of them. Resolution's going to survive. In fact, he's going to join, beating down this Ember Spirit. He tries to get off the pit, but doesn't actually control the Ember Spirit in time. Instead, they'll be able to kill Gunner's Pugna as Virtus.pro now go for the fast retreat of the Dark. 4 of them.
Just going to go Rosh right after this.
Yeah. They're going to buy back and immediately go for the Roshan, and Virtus.pro, with using the Chronosphere, may not be able to contest it. We'll see mass teleportation coming in.
And this is an unfortunate thing because you feel like you have to take the fight.
Arrow?
But I don't know how you're going to be able to win it as Skeeter. Going to go in first, the Root.
Oh, he's got to be careful of that Pit of Malice, Skeeter. They are going to be able to do a lot of damage to no one with this life drain.
And the arrow connects temporarily, but PPD.
Grab a
have the ability to poke.
Decent amount of poke damage onto Epikit, but he's able to just time lock it off.
Both teams just posturing for this Rosh. But the cooldowns will come up sooner on NiP.
And that's why they're just going to go maybe poke and Roshan here.
Yeah.
Keep tanking the arrow for Peter. Resolution is going to be the one showing himself. This time around, they do get the Lotus Orb off before a lot of these spells are used to force staff away, but the life drain, it suck him dry. Resolution falls. He does have a buyback, though, and Virtus.pro are heavily invested here in being able to defend this. They do manage to get a lucky bash.
The arrow.
They're going to be able to get a lot of control here. Defensive force staff and the Sleight of Fist. Skeeter is able to get away into the river, and BB was used by Epileptic Kid. He's trying to deal with his Pugna ward that is just harassing no one in solo constantly in that back line. Oh, Dagon Blast, that's not going to be quite enough. Solo will survive thanks in part to no one's heals. We're talking about Roshan for like the last 10 minutes. Both teams are going to play around this area nonstop.
Yeah, it really feels like, aside from VP going down there, I haven't really seen the map move too much.
They're going to be able to take away some vision. Oh, Epileptic Kid thought he had an opportunity. He's still going to go for it. The Chronosphere onto Gunner with a long-range arrow coming in. Gunner will fall. Primal Roar going out. Okay, force down. Alive. Actually going to get him out. There's an activatable shrine. Gunner's going to be okay. He's actually going to turn around and kill Epi Kid. Oh, he's dead for 2 minutes.
Oh my.
He has no buyback because of gold. 50 seconds resolution. He's going to use his BKB and turn and fight Biver here. And I'm sure NiP are thinking, what's going on here?
And I love that they didn't give up on Gunner. He's like, pop the Lincolns.
Oh, telekinesis mid-leap too. What a grab from Biver. Once again, he gets the clutch telekinesis that may just break open the game for them. They're going to buy back immediately on save.
So long.
Okay, another telekinesis, another pullback. They're going to jump on no one. Immediately trying to commit to him, but he's got a hard Guardian Greaves and a Lotus Orb and a BKB. He is tanky little bird. Ember Spear going back in as the BKB is about to wear out. The Lincolns will protect him from the paralyzing cast. Death Ward being used there. There's something small, but this is a big pickup, and they can actually get Gunner here. Another Yules into another defensive force staff, getting away from the arrow time to the Primal Roar onto no one. Once again, they're trying to get this kill. 30 seconds left. They're actually going to go for the Dark Rift, trying to get everybody out of here. And it looks like they may all survive. They all get out, and the Faceless Void's buyback will hold for a little longer. Fives. The game goes late, and kind of all bets are off right now.
All right, so they know that the Void is just farming.
Yeah.
Kind of set up for this. Looks like he's going to
have to find a way to be able to break through his Lincolns, and they do. Get the instant telekinesis on top of that. The Primal Roar, Epileptic Kid, he's down. Now they're going to be able to grab more. It's going to be the Mirana up next. Change up. They're immediately going to buy back on the Void. This is where NiP may have overextended themselves. They need to be able to get a sick Chronosphere out of this one. Epileptic Kid going to try and chase down Gunner right now. Gunner leading them away. In fact, going deeper into VP's side of the map and TPing out underneath the trees. VP,
you're going to get out for free?
They got nothing out of that. For Smoker, in this case, Moonlight Shadow King. I do appreciate the fact that VP is trying to play aggressively despite not having buybacks, because it is the most likely way for them to catch NiP out.
Yes. Because so far it's just been somebody gets picked off. Oh,
there it is. He's going to jump in, go for the Chronosphere. That's going to be able to lock down Gunner. And the arrow to be able to follow up with the Aeon Disc. Now the Reaper Scythe coming in. That does knock down Gunner finally, but he does have a buyback. Meanwhile, the bottom lane is pushing out, and VP is trying to retreat right now. They do have the Dark Rift. They can use it now, try and save out no one. Is the rest of the team going to be able to get inside the pit? At the same time, they tried to go for Force Staff to see if they can get the Necrophos outside of that range. Somebody's going to get caught by this Ember Spirit, though. That is Skeeter with the double damage. No matter how many leap charges you have, it's not going to be enough to get away from this Ember. So one hero with no buyback down for 70 seconds.
Like that's so...
Smoke's gonna break. They're gonna throw the Firestorm inside of the pit. See if they can get some ideas here. Resolution's gonna take a lot of damage on his way out here. Gets a little bit low. He's instantly gonna pop his BKB as soon as they use the Decrepify Gunner. Well, they're gonna use the Chronosphere to make sure he dies here with the Reaper Scythe coming in. It's not quite enough damage. All these heals. How does he survive through all this? He's Decrepify going up. Finally, he does burn down. He doesn't have a buyback, but the Ember Spirits into the back line. Trying to finish off Solo. Does manage to get him. Saves up next, but his BKB is worn out. He has to be careful of that Pit of Malice. His Lincolns is broken. Arrow cut. Dodge with a Sleight of Fist. Does manage to get away. Skeeter barely survives, dodging a bullet there. And Dark Rift going out. VP, go for the reset. Everybody group up, guys. Ends with this Firestorm. They're going to make sure he falls, but he does have buyback. And now there's no Chronosphere. NiP, can they tank the fight without Chronosphere? They're just not going to go for it at all.
Especially not with Gunner out of the picture still.
Yeah.
They let him do it like 8 times.
Yeah.
I can understand why Byro was starting to feel really cocky.
Maybe just got a bit complacent. And finally, Roshan's dead. 61 minutes in. It's been 20 minutes of non-stop Roche posturing, but he is dead. 30 seconds.
That's fine. Getting kills at this point, or buybacks. Maybe you can force one of them. They've got the Aegis. They're just going to walk down into mid. They're going to challenge NiP to a fight.
Jump forward, trying to go for more. The Nullifier coming out right as Pugna jumps away. The Primal War
Counter
laid out. It does bounce. But they're still going to be able to control the Death Ward. Immediately takes out this Void. Can they get the control on him in the second life? He's going to come back. Immediately activates his BKB. Turns around Chronospheres with the Dark Ward. This time out from Solo. But it's actually inside the Chronosphere to do the damage. But Epileptic Kid does. A stolen Chronosphere out from Viper. They got to get the hell out of here. Get away with the Dark Rift. But oh, NiP, they can't stop him.
NiP without any buybacks on some of these heroes. Like they do have it on the Ember, but none on the Beastmaster, and that's pretty massive.
This 30-second cooldown on the Moonlight Shadow. VP just trying to abuse that. Oh, he got hit by an arrow. The defensive force staff will get him out of the pit of malice. Get him out of the chronosphere. Can Gunnar help him survive with the Decrepify, but the Reaper Scythe actually coming down. The opponent Chrono coming up from Biver. He actually stole Death Ward on top of that. He's his own combo, but he doesn't want to use it just yet. He needs a little bit more control. The Ember Spirit's going to try and jump in. No one going to be to here, but he's so tanky. So maybe it's
Death Ward does so much.
Doing so much damage. The help with the Ghost Scepter, a little bit more damage, and finally Solo will fall. They do have a Dark Crit, but it seems like VP, they're content to turn. They're content to try and kill Biver here. Decrep fighting him out, so they have a force staff. They need to be able to get him up into the high ground somewhere. The arrow doesn't land, but the Reaper Scythe will. Another death and another buyback coming out from Ninjas in Pajamas. They only have one. That's Gunnar, the Pugna. He's the only one with a second life.
And they should just back themselves up away.
And a base about to be assaulted.
And they've got the buyback on the side of VP. They can just come in with their boots of travel. At this point, they should know they are so heavily favored. Look at how much damage everybody does. Epileptic Kid can get any core at this point, and it'll be worth it.
Oh yeah, they're just chunking down this tower. This Atrophy Aura doing so much for them. They do have the Pit of Malice leading out onto Biver. Biver, Reaper Scythe immediately used on him, but the heal goes out. He's actually the survivor. You know, Epileptic Kid, he's in trouble. Managed to pop up the BKB, the Time Walker, the 3-man Chronosphere, leading out to some Chrono from Biver. Doesn't really stop the damage coming out, but maybe the heals from the Gunner. No, he can't actually save his support or Universe. They both end up falling, and now it's going to be a 3 versus 5. And time to heal, but VP, they are just demolishing buildings. They are a wrecking ball. The power of the Atrophy Aura with the Aghanim Scepter. There is no time. NiP cannot stall this any longer. They have to somehow get in front of these buildings and defend 3 versus 5 as the first initiation on a Biver. He's already dead. Couldn't even get a reaction out of Gunnar in time to be able to get off that Decrepify. Tries to lay some damage out onto no one, but they're just going to die at the fountain at this point in time. Finish off these heroes once and for all. Gunner's now dead. A happy Chronosphere for Epileptic Kid as Virtus will wipe NiP inside of their own fountain. And finally, call an end to this game 1.
And a casual hour later as Rezo looks quite relieved that they were able to escape with that win.
Plan to win the team fights.
Here's what bothers me though. So many kill combos on the side of Virtus.
4 levels of the Phantom Rush means that as long as he has vision of Biver, he should be able to keep running him down. They have the Blood right, but it's going to be too late to save the Mirana. They will get some damage onto the real Phantom Lancer. A little bit more. They actually throw out the Rupture, but it looks like on the wrong hero. They actually hit the Illusion. Now Skater's going to get caught Tornado on through. Universe just hiding in the Sandstorm in the back lines, but he can't actually save the Bloodseeker at this rate. Oh, Burrow Strike up in one more second. They're going to try and stop out Invoker. Do manage to get him with the arrow immediately afterwards, so they do trade cores. Now they're going to try and chase down Solo. And nice use of the Shadow Word, TP out. Just too much heal over time for them to smoke through with this positioning. They're going to blink on top of him, though. Great read by Resolution, holding in this Mirana. Now they're going to try and get a little bit more out of this one.
Solo's just going to confidently walk in.
Solo is just like, I want to force a fight right here. And oh, he tries to get off the Chaotic Offering, almost gets bursted down, but finally he does get it off now. Gunnar, he actually gets away from all of that one. Solo dropped the Golem and will be able to walk it off. Gunnar is probably just going to get kited down now as he, the toss forward, not quite enough. They had a rain drop on Solo, so he still survives thanks in part to his Shadow Word and the other.
They actually see Epileptic Kid.
Yeah, this would be massive. They're going to lead off with the Frostbite, follow up Burrow Strike into that freezing field. So much AoE damage, but Epileptic Kid, he's very tanky. He's got a Hood of Defiance plus 2 Wraith Bands.
You know which one the real one is, though.
Which one the real one is. They're going to rupture him up. Blood Ride him as well. No opportunity to be able to doppelganger. Tornado coming in, but it goes to the Bloodseeker. It went on top of the Sand King instead, but they needed to stop the damage up that carry. Arrow hits very low. A blink forward from Resolution, dodging that avalanche. A toss away from Gunner's going to be able to buy Biver some time here. Solo starts healing up a bit as he's kind of willing to tank one for the team if necessary.
Oh, if that tornado hits, maybe VP can turn things around, but really well done by NiP. PPD finding the real one, and Gunnar stepping forward for this rune might calm his life.
Oh, he's very tanky. He's got level 2 growth, so the physical damage just doesn't do enough. 22 armor on that hero right now.
On mid.
Yeah. Especially since they did manage to get the bottom tower at the same time, thanks to a heavy creep wave push back over to the top lane. We're going to follow our Bloodseeker, who's almost dead. Here's the Death Flash. Isn't quite enough. The Burrow Strike comes in, but it's not enough to be able to save the carry of NiP. Skeeter dying like that has now just led Universe to his potential death. The Avalanche coming out. Now the Rock is going to be dropped right as 2 cores show themselves. Gunner's going to try and TP away, but they all went for that because the carry of Ninjas in Pajamas got caught in the first place. 1-1, they all come tumbling down, and Virtus.pro...
He was way too far forward.
Axe has had some...
I really like the timing of this fight, though. I don't know if NiP will see this coming because there's no Warlock Golem, so maybe they think there won't be a fight.
Good catch up by the tree line. They're going to be able to go for the tree line in. Managed with the tornado to be able to grab a couple heroes as well. The Crystal Maiden just doesn't die fast enough, and Biver is going to be in a bit of trouble. They do have
how strong this PL is.
He is so big right now. He's ripping through these heroes with that physical damage. None of them really stand a chance. He just like popped them 1 second after the other.
There was no one
really sure what to do. Struggling to slowly run back, but eventually some of the VP heroes may get here. Save's going to move forward with his Glimmer Cape. Universe just waiting for no one to show himself somewhere. He's going to pop that dust. Does manage to find him. The follow-up with the Rupture is there, so no one just has to stand inside the silence. But Resolution's waiting for his opportunities. Counter-initiate, but he goes into the avalanche, so he won't be able to get the call. Now the Epicenter is out, slowing him down a little bit, but in for the back lines. That Phantom Lancer, the freezing field protects the Crystal Maiden a little bit. Slows down his Delet, but eventually he will die. And now Gunner cleaned up as well, unless the Moonlight Shadow. Do they have any vision? They're going to be able to get the call onto him. That will reveal Gunner quite easily. 1-for-2 trade-off. Again, they find this nice initiation onto the Invoker, but they don't have an answer for this Phantom Lancer.
Yeah, tower push itself. Sandstorm wanted to be a little bit closer so that it could actually affect the creeps.
Yeah, or even just to start whittling away at Phantom Lancer's health. Tries it again, Blood right into Arrow. It's a good opportunity to get a little bit of poke damage, especially with the tossback and the Rupture, but he does manage to doppelganger forward onto the... Oh, God. Gunner's just dead, and now they're going to be able to get the Mystic Flare to finish off the Crystal Maiden, instantly buying back. Virtus.pro, though, have extended themselves quite heavily. Epileptic Kid, another doppelganger. The Rupture is run out. He managed to get a bash onto Gunner. Don't tell me he's going to finish off Gunner twice. No, the Avalanche will make sure that he loses his Aegis here. The Freezing Field on out, immediately canceled, though, by that little bit of Cold Snap now called up, and Epileptic Kid gets that kill on the front lines. The carrier of Virtus.pro seems to be unstoppable, and that's why Universe tries to go for the backline, tries to finish off, save that Skywrath Mage. He may not actually die here because the protection coming out from his team as they reinitiate off a Resolution and no one, controlling up Universe and chasing away both Gunner as well as the Bloodseeker.
They're doing their best, trying to hold on, but they don't really have the spells.
Not looking
KB is still on cooldown. They could just back away. They don't really need to take this range Rax, but they're going to hard commit for it anyways.
I mean, they still are 2s up. There is really no sense of doing this. Okay, well, if they can get the kills and get out, it's fine. And they should be able to get the kill on Gunner. He's dead for 75 seconds. But a Burrow Strike on a Resolution, an Arrow as well. A Rupture on top of that. They are really all their spells at one hero, and they can't fully commit. They're going to be able to use the BKB, but Resolution's just made himself so tanky, and they might be able to Skater who dies. Resolution will die to the Burrow Strike, yes, but the carry of Ninjas in Pajamas all gone. That means the Phantom Lancer. Well, shit, tier 2s are still up, but maybe we can just go tier 4s.
Rezo gonna buy back. They finally spot him. No way to dispel this out.
Buyback from the Mirana, but Universe is dead. Now it's the 2 supports who are going to try and defend against this. Now it's only Biver who has to leap his way into the trees.
He doesn't want to give him the rampage.
They just go straight to the fountain, and they call GG to deny the rampage. A spiteful loss for Ninjas in Pajamas as Virtus.pro walk away with a much cleaner Game 2 victory.
Oh,